welcome to my presentation on the sounds of Mycenaean Greek. So you may have heard of ancient Greek, the language this guy Plato spoke, right? Well, actually, there were a lot of ancient Greek languages, some even older than the world of classical Athens, familiar from the dialogues of Plato. Mycenaean was one of those languages, and it's pretty different from what people were speaking in the classical world. One cool thing about Mycenaean is that it probably was the language spoken by all the Greek heroes in stories like the Iliad and the Odyssey. Tales about the Greek Golden Age that depict great kings with huge palaces, always with a bit of a nostalgic tint. Part of the reason for this is grounded in true history. The Bronze Age ended with the collapse of civilizations all around the Mediterranean, including Mycenaean Greek. The ruins of Mycenaean palaces dotted the land when people like Plato and Aristotle argued about philosophy, comparing their own flawed society to a golden age of myth that came before. Mycenaean is the oldest recorded form of Greek, from about 1500 to 1100 BCE, and it represents a link between classical and prehistoric Greek, having been spoken at the height of Bronze Age Greek civilization. Here's a sort of a family tree of Mycenaean. It's what's called a Hellenic language, a group of languages particular to the Greek world, related to other European language families like the Romance languages and the Germanic languages, through a common ancestor in prehistoric time, the reconstructed proto-language Proto-Indo-European. You can see here that Mycenaean isn't that far removed from its Proto-Indo-European ancestor, which is one of the reasons it sounds so different from later Greek languages. We abbreviate Proto-Indo-European as PIE because that would be a mouthful to say every time. Unfortunately, that means it has nothing to do with pie, unless you've discovered an ancient pie recipe from prehistoric Europe, which would be really cool. Actually, languages like Mycenaean are important to study because they help us learn about even older languages, as well as the languages that came after. They provide a kind of a link in the chain of history, and studying the sounds of Mycenaean can tell us a lot about our history, and about how languages work in general. Mycenaean maintains some sounds of Proto-Indo-European, but also holds some that were later lost in Greek, making it different from other Greek languages. Notably, it has the labialized velar sounds like qua and gua, and the approximants ya and wa. One particular phenomenon that people are interested in is intervocalic age and how long it stuck around in the Greek sound inventory. Somewhere between Proto-Indo-European and Proto-Greek, the sound S between vowels and at the beginning of words turned into H. Then that H just started to go away completely. But what if it survived all the way into Mycenaean? There's been some disagreement on this. The reason it's so hard to answer questions like what happened to intervocalic age is because the linear B script, that's the script used by the Mycenaeans, was really bad, and not just because it was kind of tricky to write. The problem was, it just wasn't designed to communicate the sounds of Mycenaean Greek. It was adapted from an earlier script called Linear A, which was used for another language, possibly the Minoans of Crete, who spoke a language very different from ancient Greek. Linear B can only represent open syllables, probably because its original language had mostly open syllables. But Mycenaean Greek has lots of closed syllables. That's syllables that end in a consonant instead of a vowel. Also, there are phonemic distinctions in Mycenaean that aren't represented in the syllabary. Here's a picture of the Mycenaean symbols and the sounds you associated with them. You can see here that it might be difficult to make some Greek words like dactyl, a type of a metrical foot in poetry, which is spelled D-A-C-T-Y-L. It has the consonant cluster CT and ends with a closed syllable. Try making that with these. Anyway, you get the picture. The Mycenaeans had to heavily adapt their writing system after having borrowed it, and they had to adopt a convoluted series of orthographic rules along the way to make the script fit the sounds. That makes drawing inferences about Mycenaean sounds from Mycenaean texts an interesting task. Phonemic distinctions between voiced and unvoiced, aspirated and unaspirated consonants are not recognized by the script. They have to be figured out by context. One of those sounds that has to be figured out by context is A2, or sign 25, so called by Mycenaean scholars. It could read as long A or as HA, and it often appears between vowels in Mycenaean. The main argument is given by Colvin 2006, but I'll summarize it here. Sign 25 can be interpreted as long A or as HA, but it often appears between other vowels, and if read as HA instead of long A in those positions, it seems to be evidence of the presence of intervocalic H. The old intervocalic S may never have fully disappeared. Instead, the underlying form might be retained in Mycenaean. It's simply realized as H. The key here is that the occurrence of H is systematic, and its systematicity is represented in the script. It doesn't seem to be just a fossilized element of the phonology of the language. It doesn't make sense, Colvin argues, for long A to appear next to another vowel, given the facts about ancient Greek phonology. In conclusion, evidence points to intervocalic H present in Mycenaean, past when scholars had previously thought it to have disappeared. And Colvin's arguments rely on morphological and phonological evidence to justify interpreting the ambiguous sign. In fact, while kind of opaque, the Mycenaean script can tell us things about the sounds of the language. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my video.